Good morning, all. Welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, America's kick-ass coach and psychologist, here with your early morning intuitive guidance to get you started on this fine Monday. So today we have the Pilgrim Card deck by Austin Repath, who is out of Toronto, Canada, I believe. And, excuse me. Welcome to those of you who are here. As soon as my pop-up goes away, I'll say hi by name. This card deck is one that we haven't seen it in a while, and I love these cards because he's willing to go to the dark side. He's willing to look at when we're not at our peak, when we're pooped out, spent, thinking dark thoughts, etc. And the title of the cards, Pilgrim Cards, it's the broader sense of the word pilgrim. I had some indigenous friends who weren't excited about this deck because it was called Pilgrim Cards. And really what he's talking about, good morning, Jerry and Diane and Cindy. Welcome, welcome. And I'm thinking there's one more of you who rolled past before I could see who it was. So welcome. He's meaning pilgrim in the broader sense of the word, like a seeker, someone who's searching for something. So this card really hits the spot, I think. It's very apropos of our times. And I think you're going to find some comfort in it. When I read it, I thought, because I had a not pleasant dream last night and woke up kind of off kilter. And in breathing into that, I think may have energized this card to show up for us today. So it's called Choose Wisely. Choose Wisely. So let's take a nice deep breath together. Let it go. And just settle in to hear the words on whatever level you're meant to hear them and process them today. Choose wisely. On this high plateau, the road spins out into infinity. Off in the distance, brown earth meets a blue line of sky. As far as the eye can see, nothing seems to alter, and yet much that is hidden is changing. Last night you looked up into the heavens, and it seemed as if the stars were swirling and shifting into new formations. Inside of you, your mindscape, too, is transforming. Let the cosmos within and the landscape outside reconstitute themselves. For at some level, this is what's happening. You and the world you walk through are being taken apart and reformed. The old has not yet died, and the new has not yet come into being. Be patient. Choose wisely. How powerful is that right now? Wow. Wow. So that's the picture of what's happening. That's the overview of what's happening. Yesterday on Empowerment Rising, that's what we were working on, was, excuse me, stepping into this bigger awareness beyond just our 3D earth walk, stepping into more of that 5D, a whole different energy kind of a framework. And that's what's happening. Our 3D framework is being dismantled. Look around. You'll see things crashing and burning big time. But it's Kali energy, that goddess who destroys in order to create. So things may be coming crashing down, but don't get that so close to your face that you can't see beyond it. It's crashing down for the purpose of rebuilding. It isn't working as it is any longer. And there are those who are going to want to cling to what was, either because it worked fine for them, or, good morning, Linda, or they just want the comfort of the familiar. Doesn't matter if it's working for them or not. It's familiar. It's kind of that thing of the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know. But I believe in this case, and I'm going to read the card again because I think it's so powerful. I believe that when we're willing to walk through that dark night, there is light on the other side. We can't see it yet. We're in the dark. It's pitch dark. But that light is there, okay? And what's crashing down around us is really the stuff that's been obliterating that light. We got to get it out of the way so the light can shine through again, all right? So being willing, good morning, Linda. Glad you're here too. Well, not good morning to you. Good evening to you. So this card, I think, is the beacon that's going to help us through the next however many weeks of the dark night of the soul to come out in that light space. I picture a meadow, like we've trudged through the darkness and all of us kind of shell-shocked and step out into this meadow, this beautiful meadow with lots of flowers, and the birds are singing, and there's butterflies flitting about, and there's a tree line around us, so it's a protected kind of a meadow, and we step out into that light. We step out into that light, and it takes us a while to shake off that darkness because it's kind of creeped us out. The image that I get with that is kind of like there's a hand that has reached through us, grabbed our spine, and shook us. All the crap flies off, but we're kind of shook up about that. Then we come out into the light, and the sun is warm, and it warms us up and makes us toasty warm, and we feel settled and renewed and ready to pursue what's at this level, this higher level that we're stepping out into. So let's hear the card again. Again, it's from the Pilgrim deck, and that's about us being seekers, seeking something that is new, that works better than what we've been living with, okay? Living and dying with. All right, so here's our card. Choose wisely. On this high plateau, the road spins out into infinity. Off in the distance, brown earth meets a blue line of sky. As far as the eye can see, nothing seems to alter, and yet much that is hidden is changing. Last night you looked up into the heavens, and it seemed as if the stars were swirling and shifting into new formations. Inside of you, your mindscape, too, is transforming. Let the cosmos within and the landscape outside reconstitute themselves. For at some level, this is what is happening. You and the world you walk through are being taken apart and reformed. The old has not yet died. The new has not yet come into being. Be patient. Choose wisely. So, hopefully you can take some time today and just let that sort of resonate through you and see what comes to the surface for you. But I think, again, the last two sentences are really important. Be patient. Choose wisely. And for a lot of us, I think we're getting very fatigued with the COVID stuff and the political stuff. Very fatigued. But, excuse me, taking the time to do what the person in the card has done. Last night you looked up into the heavens, and it seemed as if the stars were swirling and shifting into new formations. Take some time out in nature and observe. Observe the stars, observe the planets, observe the moon and the sun. Observe the plants. What are they doing? Here, they're preparing for winter. They're about to hibernate. And I think that the be patient piece of it, that can be a hibernation. Good morning, Bonnie. Welcome. So think about that. For the next little while, we're going to hibernate. Good morning, Becky. Glad you're here. We're going to ride out this dark night of the soul that we're in, and we're going to emerge into the light. So what happens when you go from darkness to light? You're kind of squinting and you're blinking, and it takes some time for your body, your eyes, etc. to adjust to that bright light. So that's what we're walking toward. That's what we're trudging toward. I know it feels like trudging. So trudge along. Trudge along. But at the same time, Be cocooning. Be hibernating. Know that now is a time for that patience, that rest, waiting for the light to dawn. It's coming. It is coming. And again, if you're into astrology, as of the 21st, when we hit the winter solstice, things begin to change more. This dark night begins to dissipate, and we begin to move toward that light. We're moving into the age of Aquarius, which we've been thinking about for a long time, right? So now we're on the cusp. Now we're on the cusp. Continue to be patient for a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. So choose wisely. That is our theme for today. Choose wisely. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this card, because I think this card is so appropriate. In fact, I'm feeling like I want to read it one more time, just because there's so much here for us to soak up, take comfort in, allow to roll around in our heads, cogitate on, all right? On this high plateau, the road spins out into infinity. Off in the distance, brown earth meets a blue line of sky. As far as the eye can see, nothing seems to alter, and yet much that is hidden is changing. Last night you looked up into the heavens, and it seemed as if the stars were swirling and shifting into new formations. Inside of you, your mindscape too is transforming. Let the cosmos within and the landscape outside reconstitute themselves. For at some level, this is what's happening. You and the world you walk through are being taken apart and reformed. The old has not yet died. The new has not yet come into being. Be patient. Choose wisely. On that note, have an awesome day. I will see you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are. And if you would like to learn more about what is going on in terms of the celestial shiftings, join us tomorrow for our cacao ceremony and some energy work. And Kayleen will be talking about what's happening with the planets, which makes a lot of this make sense. So you can find that on my events page. Have an awesome day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.